Hi, everybody. This is your friend Daniel Hutchins, and we're back again for another live stream. Yes, we're back for another live stream, a late night video. Yes, late night video. Okay, so we are going to find some Batman news. Yes, Batman news. Yes, there's a whole channel, or should I say, there's a whole website on nothing but Batman news. Okay, okay, guys, you want to know more about Batman. Okay, so there's a whole website called batmannews.com. You should check it out. It's actually pretty cool. Okay, uh, sorry. So, we're just trying to find some news on Batman, or should we say, the Batman movies is what we're talking about. Okay, so you want to know the Blu-ray and 4K release of Batman. Well, I could tell you guys, this was from 2 days ago. Okay, so from 2 days ago, from BatmanNews.com, Warner Brothers has announced that Batman has a Blu-ray and a 4K release. Okay, this was posted and updated 2 days ago. Okay, Warner Brothers has shared details on the digital Blu-ray 4K release of the Batman. Everything kicks off with digital release on April the 18th. The physical media release will follow suit on May the 24th. Yes, May the 24th. A mesmerizing mind bender that grabs you hard and never lets you go, according to Peter Travers of ABC News. The Batman comes home from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. You can get premium digital ownership and it debuts early on April 18th. Stream on HBO Max on April 18th, and 4K, Blu ray, and DVD will arrive on May 24th. Yes, May 24th is the DVD, and April 18th is HBO Max. Burbank, California, this is confirmed. Yes, on April the 11th, you can unmask the truth behind Gotham City's vigilante detective and his alter ego, reclusive billionaire Bruce Wayne, when the Batman arrives on digital April 18th and DVD May 24th. Again, we already know, so yeah, that's what's going on with that. Okay, you want to know more? I'll tell you more. Okay, alright. You want to know more? I can tell you more. Okay. We already talked about the deleted Joker scene. We already talked about that on the channel already. If you haven't got a chance to check out the deleted Joker scene, I talked about it on the YouTube channel. You just have to go and find it. Um, so now we're going to go over to Batman Comics. Okay, so you want to know what's going on with Batman Comics, right? Well, we already talked about Batman 89 number 5. We already talked about that. I think we talked about that yesterday. Okay, so you want to know more. Okay. You want to know a comic book review of another Batman story? Okay. There was a Batman story that was reviewed on March the 29th, which was about a few months ago. Okay, so it's called Batman One Dark Knight, number 2. What is the comic book review? Well, again, it's the DC Black Label. Again, at last, it's the second chapter of Batman One Dark Knight, written and drawn by the one and only Jock himself. In the previous issue, we saw an EMP cause a citywide blackout with metahuman powers, and now Batman has to get this EMP safely across Gotham to Blackgate. From issue number 1. It was a great success, so number two was good. We'll have to see and have a look. Okay, so we mean yes, it's good. The comic is strong continuation of everything that's set up in that first chapter. What makes it very strong is the consistency that it brings to the comic. He draws every single panel with so much energy and passion to those visuals just leaping off the page. When Batman fights his foes, he hits hard and drives it home. Again, it's truly impressive how he's able to zoom in and out of situations and draw each scene with various angles. There is an artist who just doesn't let up. Again, never taken any shortcuts, never thrown in anything in. He's an artist who deeply cares about his crafts and his shows. Again, if panels are very detailed, the sequential aspect is something to behold as well. One Dark Night, the story number two, is an incredible dynamic comic book. The sequential art flows across every page, where every Batman panel builds to the next. Again, that's great. Every page flows with the next as well. There's always movement, there's always visuals, interesting stuff to look at, and Gotham, even in the midst of a blackout, feels alive. There is certainly more we can say positively about the big two comics from this series, One Dark Night. Again, when you read it, sometimes this sites that can see empty backgrounds for heroes and cool, weird poses. For example, there was an issue where you saw a scene where a bunch of henchmen on the ground talking about what they're supposed to do. Another character we saw using a fire escape, listening in on men below. And at the end of the scene, we saw a character descending the stairs, and quite literally move into a next scene on the next page, where we follow a character for a bit. It's a fantastic, highly effective way to establish a character point of view, demonstrates the keen eyes and approaches to storytelling and artist first and foremost. This is what most comic books need, guys. This is what comic books need. They require the amazing artwork, and the comic book has that from cover to cover. Again, guys, the writing of that is really pretty damn good too. Again, the book is structured really well, with clear vision and a purpose. The entire story is all about adventure and action, and fully embodies the notion of forward Batman's comic books, with superhero books still thrive today. For example, the opening scene where shown various gangs moving to find the EMP to stop Batman. Again, establishing these gangs quickly and concisely in a great way to communicate the danger and surprise elements to suspense the reader. The One Dark Night number 2, which is the sequel to One Dark Night number 1, has a strong character work, and the EMP did not get much character development in that first chapter, but here we open up with him to Batman in his past. We also find he is haunted by an accident that's caused one from point of his life. We guess this scene could be criticized because it's entirely told through exposition and expose, but again, while we usually hammer this kind of stuff out because we prefer showing the visual art forms, and we actually think it's quite well in the case. If EMP's backstory is told through flashback, the narrative flows would have been interrupted and would have done particular story any favor. Now, expositions and exposés to tell the tools to let the EMP talk about his past, keeping the story firm and present, and maintain the sense of forward momentumness. Again, however, what we appreciate the most about this book is how it juggles various plot threads. These different plots run parallel and interconnect in all of very intricate terms of narrative structure. We follow this person who's clearly some sort of agenda and has some endgame, and she's working toward it. There's also Montoya. She's back again. She's trapped inside a car wreck, unable to move while criminals were fastly approaching. There is the EMP backstory, and there's a new character linking to that main story frame in a pretty interesting way. The conflict between various gangs are fleshed out a bit more, and we got a ton of Batman awesomeness, and is consistently and constantly forced to think on his feet. and improvise because you're able to unexpect some twists and turns and encounters, not once, but more than that. And again, they know how to deliver the story and how to get there. He, this artist is so good, he is almost makes it look easy. What is more to say is praised the previous issue by including inner monologues. Inner monologues are very unnecessary, especially when art says it all. Again, we get a bunch more inner monologue, but we actually get more by enjoy reading it. They capture the Batman voice very well, and to the point, it's blunt and strategic and fearless. Again, Batman is, is the only criticism that I have this time around is that Batman seems surprised when he finds wreckage in the Batplane in the city, where he forgot he had the Batplane and it crashed because of the EMP blast. Sure, Batman wasn't thinking straight to the point though, but again, plot related details, guys, plot related details. But you think that you would have remembered this thing, but that's really just the only nitpick. But the book was fucking awesome. If you I recommend it. So again, if you haven't heard of it or noticed it before, this writer is very very good. He draws beautiful Batman books, and I really think you should check it out. It's a 9.5 out of 10. Disclaimer: DC Comics provides Batman news with advanced copies of their comics for the purpose of their reviews. Again, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. Again, I'm just laying on my bed shirtless because, well, again, this is adult content. This is not for kids. This is adult content. So, like I said, I'm just filling you guys in on some Batman news. Figured I'd tell you about the Batman HBO and DVD release, and then also tell you about a Batman story review that I hadn't talked about to y'all yet. So, again, guys, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts. And again, you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll see y'all around later. Bye.